at a certain point.
I think that was a cut. I think that's a cutoff.
You're in the middle of the question. Absolutely, that's a cutoff. 100%,
dude. So
Wait,
I know we haven't been doing it in a little while.
I wanted to explain the whole goddamn thing. Fuck.
That's why I raised my hand. God damn it!
You did raise. That's what makes it worse. Is you did raise your fucking hand, and I still just came in and was like, "Fuck you, Jake. I am saying what I want to say." Before you.
That's why I kept my hand raised, because I was like, I'm going to let him keep going until he's done, and then I will ask my questions. And I waited till you were done, but apparently you weren't done.
Wait, Derek, are we live?
We are live, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the Naturals Pod.
Slate and action.
No.
We should fucking get one of those, Derek, for real.
I told you I wanted one of those, and you fucking made fun of me, dude. I was like,
nah, bro, I agree. Dude, slates, I love slates. They're fucking, I don't know why, but.
Oh, this is the Naturals Pod and chalk, all old school and shit.
I don't
fucking
remember this conversation ever taking place, Derek.
I promise it did, and then you were laughing at me. That I was like, I want one of those fucking things.
Bro, every time my mom, like, she was a director and a writer, so anytime she shot, like, short films or little shit in LA, I would go be her PA. And she goes, hey, I need someone to slate. I was like, me. Absolutely me. Like, my flavor of autism is trains and slates. That's.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why.
Elaborate on that. What does that mean, my flavor
of autism? You haven't heard this? So, like, look, I'm not autistic. I don't think I'm autistic. At least that's,
we don't claim it.
No, but also if I was, woo, like, whatever. I'm in for it. But you know, there's a stereotype for autistic people who they really like trains, right? And so I'm not gonna lie, I get pretty excited when I see a train, like old school train, like a metro train, any type of train, I'm in for. Like,
I like how your metric is trains.
Yeah, it's just trains, and I love the slate. Anytime I could hit a slate on any set, I was like.
Do you feel like when you're an older guy, are you going to be a model train set guy, or are you going to build up like a city and have a bunch of trains?
I mean, maybe when the dementia kicks in from the drugs, yeah, I think it's possible, absolutely.
All right, well, let's get into this intro. We got to tell the people who we're with.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, leave all that shit in,
train guy.
love him.
Because my grandpa was an engineer on the BNSF Railroad, and he retired. I have one of his dope ass train watches. I'm going to show that to you after we're done. But yeah,
super down.
I respect it. Train nerd shit. Okay, we're gonna do a little intro here.
Yeah, get it.
Welcome to this episode of the Naturals Pod. As always, I'm Uncle Kyle, seated on the other end of the couch, the man that makes it all happen, the best goddamn producer on the planet, sweet Derek, the motherfucking producer.
What up, Natties? Let's go.
It's a good intro.
Today we have a very special guest. He's been touring the country like crazy. He has his very own super awesome podcast called Hey Man. Welcome to the show, comedian Jake Wolf.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm super excited to be here. Yeah, I mean, like I told you guys before, this is my trying to branch out from being Josh Wolf's son, and so this is the first pod I'm doing solo. So
breaking your solo
yeah,
chair.
man.
Spread your wings and fly. Tiny eagle.
The songbird of our generation.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
I don't say that about myself. Other people say it about
We
me.
bring you on and then we serenade you.
Yeah, my word's not yours. I guess that works. Yeah, sure. A dead angel.
We in one of our episodes, and it's on Patreon. Go check out our Patreon. He said if someone never has sex, he'd love to become a super angel, and he had like this get up of being a super angel.
If you were a lifetime virgin, wouldn't you want to like have metal wings and like insane superpowers?
I feel like if you were a virgin your entire life, you kind of deserve to go to hell. You gotta
take.
I mean, look, if you died early, it doesn't count because you never got the fucking chance. But if you're not taking a shot, like there's no success without failure. And failure is not even failure; it's just lessons. You know?
At what age range do you need to be taking this shot? I felt like I was apropos at the at the right time at like 16. But like, you know, things happen. What if you die before then?
Well, that's what I'm saying is like if you don't get the chance, that I disagree. Like that, I take back that statement and would add.
You mean if it's like 40-year-old virgin type shit where you're like in your 30s or 20s or whatever?
I mean, 20s. Look, I know people who didn't lose their virginity until mid 30s. I'm saying like, yeah, if you're going 40, 50,
that's
like
wild.
Some people choose to be alone. I'm cool with that. If you don't want to get married, like you
respect,
respect,
Yep.
absolutely, because. I know that I couldn't do that because if I was alone with myself my entire life, it would not be a long life. That's loneliness would drive me insane. Like, I would still have friends and shit, but if I'm just ending every day alone in my own space with just me talking to myself, nope. Nah, I already talk to myself more than I talk to people, so I couldn't do that for my like a living. That sounds rough.
An internal or external monologue? Because I like to get a little bit of both going. Derek's experienced this in person. My rages are fucking legendary.
100. I'm the same way. Like it's both. I think sometimes it starts as internal. Like I ask myself a question, and then I answer it out loud. And then I kind of go, like, I go back and forth, like I'm having a conversation with someone that nobody else can hear, that I'm not even actually hearing. Like it's, yeah. It's I have multiple voices though. Sometimes it's Borat, sometimes it's an angel, sometimes it's nothing. It's just me. But it's like, yeah, I talk to myself a lot. This is high me rambling. I apologize.
No. So a lot of that for me and Derek, we recently started like dipping our toe back in the Call of Duty pool, but a lot of that is a lot of my anger is video game based. Are you a Rager gamer guy? What's your game of choice, dude? Do you have a rig, a PC?
So I went through phases, but like I have the new Xbox Series X, but I have it hooked up to a PC. I have a dual monitor set up, so like I streamed for a little bit. I got the PC during COVID with a stimulus check.
As you do. Yeah. Let's go. The stimmies.
Everybody did. And I tried to do mouse and keyboard, and I was like, nah, fuck all
that.
Fuck
dude.
all that.
The controller,
so
dog.
I'll just sync the controller up. I go, movement's still better, but like, I don't know. Most of my buddies still only were playing on their Xbox. So I just kind of switched back and forth. But now that I play on a monitor, I can't play on a big TV. Like I play on a big.
Oh, the monitor's where it's at, dog. He still plays on a TV, and
dude,
it's funny, dude, because Derek's still pretty fucking shreds pretty good. But
I'm telling you, if you're good on a big TV, once you get a monitor, dude, it is a game changer.
Yeah.
Like, and also the input. Like the input lag it minimizes it also, like just having just a monitor. Like,
well, even when I'm like, so I'm on a PS5, and even when I play with him because he's PC, I feel like I'm slower than him.
Oh,
like
you're
I shouldn't be, but I am.
100%.
I like
but like yeah, so like, but if you get a monitor, because I think the PS5 can run 120 hertz, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
you can plug monitors.
If you plug monitors,
100%.
Oh yeah, 100%. So if you get a monitor that runs 120 hertz, I need to get a new monitor because mine only runs 60, but I have the new Xbox that runs 120. I just don't want to spend $300 on a new monitor when I got the other two for free.
Yeah,
like
they're not insanely expensive if you look up the specs on the internet. I have kind of like a little Gucci setup. I bought a pre-built one. It's not an insane computer.
I bought a pre-built one off Amazon.
I went to Best Buy. Shout out to having good credit and being able to. Spend like $3,500 on a computer so we can play some video games. Let's fucking go, boys!
Right? Took out a loan from the bank. Another mortgage in the house.
It's all for the boys.
Hilarious.
Yeah, dude. I mean, video games are always a good time, dude.
But yeah, I grew up in the that Halo 3, Modern Warfare 2 era.
Okay.
That game chat that if the FBI could bring back, all of us would be in prison. Like, dude,
everybody's getting canceled on that shit, dude.
I've seen some shit today, like in game chats regularly, but I'm like, you guys are unoriginal. Like, none of this shit is like hurts my feelings. It's just random like shit talk. Back in the day,
there was creativity, dude, behind it.
And anger and genuine fucking like that. You felt like that person, if he was in front of you, it's like, oh, he wouldn't just be a keyboard warrior. He would be saying that shit straight to me with the same amount of force, like 100%.
But I like to fucking craft like more unique insults, and funny, one that always makes Derek laugh, and you're probably gonna have to bleep this because it is kind of aggressive, but I'll just be like, I'm gonna fuck your dad tonight.
Honestly, it's perfect.
You like that?
I love it. It's
use it.
No, it's perfect because like it's like it takes people by surprise. It's like, wait, the fuck did you just say to me?
Yeah.
It's like if you went to get into a fight. This is my way of getting out of a fight. You go to fight someone, take your pants off right away. They're gonna be like, and then square up, and they're gonna be like, wait, what the fuck, bro? They're gonna think you're batshit and have nothing to lose. Like that's not a fight most people want. Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
like if someone
came about the shits and you got your pants
if
down,
someone came up to me and was like, oh, I'm about it, and took all his clothes off and was just in his tighty whities, I'd be like, oh no, man, I'm good, my bad. Like that's not a fight you want.
Yeah.
That's a fight you're gonna lose because that dude has nothing to lose and only to gain. That's a dangerous man. That's fucking Jason Bourne.
Challenge accepted.
I'm telling you, bro, it is the way to go. But also, it's the way to go is if you can't fight, you just fake it till you make it. Some people will match the crazy, and you'll just have to tap out.
I mean, I feel like the fighting is just a great transition. Should we dive into this fun little topic that we have here
yes.
for Jake Wolf? So we brought up here, we got Kyle knows this a little bit even more than me, but they have a thing called car jujitsu, and it's literally fucking people having a UFC style jiu-jitsu fight in a car. You can use seatbelts, you can use all parts of the car, right? It's insane.
The thing that I wanted to ask you is when you're on the road, you're touring, you're just in the hotel chilling, what's your weird YouTube that you dive into? Because I love finding shit like that. Obscure Russian sports that almost always involve fighting are just top
wrestling
tier,
basketball.
I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that.
Yes,
that shit is the best thing I've ever seen. They're just giving people CTE when they shoot a layup. Dudes, like apparently the rule is you have to take your shirt off before you body slam someone, because right before people shoot it, some dude just comes from behind them, rips his shirt off in a matter of seconds, and then just suplexes people. It's like, that's the best thing I've ever seen. There's something else in Romania. I don't know if I saw this like a couple days ago. It's this giant dude in an MMA ring and two girls with like headgear, and it's like a 2-on-1. And this dude's just throwing haymakers at these girls and just beating the shit out of them. It's like, but it's like an event. It's the fucking. I'm like, dude, people are just getting bored at this point.
Yeah,
like,
Russians do it different, man. Unlike those pussies in the NBA. No,
you need like a fucking dark web VPN to be watching some of this. You can bet on like Russian ping pong and shit.
Bro,
there is all kinds of shit.
The 5-on-5 MMA is crazy. Have you seen?
They have like the 12-on-12. They have insane shit.
Because then when one person wins, it's over because it's a fucking 2-on-1, and they're just gonna run through the rest of your team. It's
unless one of them is just a god. I have yet to see that, but if there was just one guy
just
that
Jet Lee's everybody,
like
dude,
6
just
dudes,
fucking,
I'd be like,
yeah, that would be impressive.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's when I would be like, that's a fight I don't want. Like,
well, do you remember the CKY movies? Those might be kind of out of your age range.
CKY.
So CKY came out before Jackass. It was actually made by Bam Margera and stuff like that. And do you remember the guy? Oh, what's his name? Mike something. He's a skateboarder, and there's video of him taking on 3 dudes at the same time. And
Mike Vallely, dude,
boom.
he's a fucking
beast. Yeah.
Ooh, separate tab, look up Mike Vallely fights, dude. This guy was a motherfucking unit, dude.
Facts.
There are multiple people that tried him. No, keep that for the puppies. Don't go away from that. But this guy is a fucking savage, dude. Like I believe there are multiple videos of him going like in 1v3s and just piecing dudes up. Like this is gnarly.
Nah, fuck it.
Log into your Facebook. Oh, there's like
so
4
this is
dudes.
it. This is literally it's like a bunch of dudes right here. And so this was in CKY, and it's funny because CKY was literally a skateboard / Jackass thing, and honestly, it started even before Jackass existed. And it was like Bam and skateboarding and shit. But look right here. So it's like 4 dudes, boom, boom, and he's fighting. Next, boom, he's fighting all of them at the same time.
And he's fighting. That's the right way to fight. He's fighting Batman style, which is you have to jump. You have to keep moving, but you have to jump between person to person. And
so it takes him. Yeah,
those guys just stood there and got fucked up. There is another video where they are like actively fighting him, and he is. This is a poor example. I'm telling you. Because there is other videos where there is definitely what is the title of the video?
Oh yeah, they ready? So I heard this the other night. So they called him the F word, the gay one, like the gay F word. That's the my girlfriend said that to me. I was like, what?
That's almost worse than actually.
I was like,
it just sounds. So
I was like that. I was like, does that make it better? Like that I'm labeling it that? She goes, no, it's just funny, and I'm like. I'm using it now. I'm definitely fucking using it. Absolutely. Okay, let's. I've seen.
So have you've seen this?
I've seen clips. My Instagram. I follow too many meme pages, but it's just like they're like posts from the streets, and it's just like this cop car chases fucking
entertaining shit.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just entertaining.
So we figured
shit.
we watch this real
respect
quick
it.
if you want and check
But
it out because it's
so.
wild.
So to give you a
Yes.
little context,
They're
the
wild. It's wild.
Card-Jitsu, it's not like a traditional fight where if somebody taps, it's over. They do best of 3 rounds. So if like the first 2 rounds are splits, they'll go to a third round where they get in the back seat and it's like sudden death. But they start in the front seats
like how you
and
raised
they
your hand.
alternate between rounds on who is in which seat. They can use the chairs. They can use the whole car. They can use a seatbelt to choke somebody else. Like, this shit is hardcore, son.
Okay, question. And yes, I raised my hand because I didn't want to interrupt
I
you.
respect it.
Okay. The only question I have is,
I'm gonna fucking cut you off at a certain point.
I think that was a cut. I think that's a cutoff.
I was
think
in the middle
that
of the
call-
question. Absolutely, that's a cutoff.
That's
100%.
a cutoff, dude. So
Wait,
I know we haven't been doing it in a
I
little
wanted
while.
to explain the whole
but now-
goddamn thing. Fuck.
That's why I raised
Fuck.
my hand. God
Fuck.
damn it!
You did raise. That's what makes it worse. Is you did raise your fucking hand, and I still just came in and was like, "Fuck you, Jake. I am saying what I want to say before you."
That's why I kept my hand raised because I was like, I'm gonna let him keep going until he's done, and then I will ask my questions. And I waited till you were done, but apparently you weren't done.
We're gonna have to edit that in, but we're gonna be doing a punishment here, and then we'll edit that in because it is punishment time. He has hit it number 12,
And
guys,
I have
so
heard that Derek has something slightly humiliating
it
planned
is
for this one.
but it'll be fun.
Out of his 10,
Slate.
Slate.
Action.
See? Look at how easy I'm picking this up, okay, fellas?
Delicate.
Have a
Delicate.
touch and get her done, okay?
Why is
I'll
this
even do it
happening?
with-
Don't ask for me to pie you with a delicate touch. That's not right.
I'll
Ooh,
that.
that gets questionable.
So this is the punishment for the cutoff. We're pieing. Both of us are pieing him in the face.
What cutoff are we at?
Do you want to spray the whipped cream on it, or do you want me to cream
Well,
it?
No, I want to do it.
Oh, you want to
You-
cream
you
it?
get
Okay.
ready.
I'll let Jake do all the whipped creaming.
Yeah, you get.
This
the
is also
cream-
a workshop. We don't have a very aesthetic situation for this, but welcome.
This is very Vegas.
This is traditional standard.
Zone, Orlay.
Very North Vegas.
On my way.
What is happening over here?
Don't get my little.
Mother of
Don't
God.
get my little
Regular dick
No,
bro.
man, you're
little
not- you're
dick
not-
in there,
you're not-
like.
You're a grower, not a shower. It's all good. So am I.
little
We're known as on our pod, we're the regular dick bros. So.
The regular premise
The
bless.
natural dick bros.
The natural.
There
As
it is.
natural as it
Let's get a
gets.
fucking. Hey, let's get a generous cushion of cream on. the
You're
pie.
putting that over you?
No,
I am
get the
so
fuck outta here.
dead.
No.
This is
not
called
even trying to,
artistry, ladies and
deaden
gentlemen.
The blow a little bit.
Yeah, I'm more autistic.
Oh, it has eyebrows.
I'm more autistic than artistic.
Okay, fair enough.
Actually, honestly, it's gonna have a unibrow.
The uni. That's nice.
It's gonna be like a Hasidic Jew. Hold on.
I like it. Sideburns and the uni.
Okay,
Bless.
let's get a square
What is
headshot.
happening?
Listen to me right now. Let's get a square headshot. I'm gonna
that much of your body.
I'm gonna pull it over. I'm trying to drink my drink while he's decorating. You
Reporting
gotta put,
live.
No. Fuck that. Derek gets to decorate one. Put a mountain on there. Give me a little cushion.
He did eyebrows.
Just rifle it.
I just wanted to do it for the sake of it.
Yeah. It almost looks like a Trump haircut, dude.
You would be an immediate hire at an IHOP.
Yeah. That's
Those artistic fucking whipped cream skills, I fucking love
IHOP
it,
called and
Or-
said Jake's hired.
I have called. They just hit the second time.
They did.
dude. Jesus Christ.
Dead.
If you never been the OG Vegas spot, original Pancake House.
Okay. What is happening over here? My God. This looks like New York Fashion Week right here. This looks like the Met Gala. Okay.
This looks like the homeless in New York.
This really does. This is accurate. This is tracking quite well.
Yeah, this is the homeless in New York.
Okay, let me get in position.
Remember,
Hold on,
don't fucking
gentlemen.
blind me with a pie, okay?
Where's your goggles?
Hey man, that's not called a pie. That's called a facial. Okay, relax.
This is a this.
makes my skin
Can you do a
better.
bevel with your legs, your nice little leggies?
Get in
Do a
closer.
bevy.
Get
Do
in
a bevy.
closer.
Oh boy. Oh boy. This is called trashy chic. It's also see-through, so things could get really.
One at a time, and like, don't destroy me, okay? All right.
We
okay.
do a 3, 2, 1 countdown.
Are you doing it this? Are you double pieing me at the same fucking time? Should I get on my knees for this?
Oh!
That paywall content. Okay.
Your
All right. Okay.
your
Okay.
words,
All
not
right.
mine.
All right. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Oh!
At least it got.
Wow. Does it taste good?
The nut shot was my idea, but I didn't want you to be so mad at me, so I made him do it. Wait! I just
So-
why?
See?
we have to add to that.
We do. He will.
Can I-
So he have a pen. He's gonna do it.
Can I
you
do
wanna
it?
mark it?
I want to do
Absolutely.
it. I want to fucking do it.
The first ever guest
You're the first
signing
person
on the
ever to do
Uncle
it.
Kyle
Yeah, that's
Wall
the
of Shame.
guest
I
I
love
love.
that, dude. Yeah,
You can even
do it.
sign your name
There's
next to it, buddy.
there should be a marker somewhere on the desk. If not, we'll find one for you. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you're the first guest to
I
want to
love
do that.
that,
That is
dude.
hilarious. That's great.
fucking love it.
You cut me off. I mark it down.
Yeah, fucking
Do the honors.
absolutely.
Market 0.
Bang. Da, 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 da,
Sign your
da,
name
da, da,
above the
da,
fucking
da,
mark,
da, 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 da. Love it. Love it. It's great.
Yeah, fucking absolutely.
Oh my god.
I absolutely want to fucking.
I love
mark
it.
Are you kidding me?
It's going to be great.
Part of this shit.
You are going to be a
Fuck,
part of it off
dude.
camera. But now, before we do that, so let's get back into what we were talking about there. So,
I'm high. What was I talking about?
You had a question about what I was saying.
Okay, great. Yes. So you say so what if you think one of them gets choked? Like you can submit. Do you win the fight or you just win the round?
The round.
just the round.
Okay.
Best of 3.
Okay. My next question is, how do you count points in this? Like how do you even see? Like
Wow. Okay.
How do you tally up what's like a strong hit and what's just like a I don't know, I'm flailing on top of someone else in a car seat. Like, do you know what I mean? Like
No, I get
boxing and UFC, like you can count significant hits. How the fuck do you count significant hits in this bitch?
So I fucking love that you asked that. That's an
question.
excellent question.
I'm a sports guy. Like that's what that's where my
That's
brain's
a fucking
at. Like,
great
what-
question.
the
So
fuck-
they have season points and match points for getting submissions and certain positions and
Giggity.
such, but you could be getting pwned in points in the match and win by getting the other guy, and they get a bunch of points because they hit. You'll see it in the video.
Okay.
We might have to pop off like one ear so we can hear it coming out of the speaker, but you will hear the commentator and the referee assigns points to them. So the Russian dude who's in the passenger seat right now,
He's in the red, of course. I knew that.
This is
Correct,
so
dude.
wild.
You didn't have to.
Fucking
You didn't have to
communist,
tell me that.
commie.
There's a commie and an American hero in one seat. Like I know who's the commie.
What's wild is they have to start with the seatbelt on.
Which, by the
and
way,
then they take it
I think
off.
is so wild.
Yeah.
Like
They're going to start fighting the passenger and driver. You're just going to start fighting in your own
this
vehicle.
is just like,
this is a practical jujitsu.
Dude,
Like
this is-
I am all about this shit.
dog. This is like ESPN the Ocho shit. Like this is fucking. It's crazy. Like
It is, dude.
it is straight ESPN the Ocho shit. Honestly, when they bring it back seasonally, it's all I watch. Like 100%. Like what I watch in a hotel room when I'm on the road, I don't really watch TV, but I watch like my dad and I fall asleep to SportsCenter.
Do they
on
still
repeat.
do tossing on ESPN HD?
Gonna have to bleep that one.
Little person tossing? Little person tossing.
I love little people.
My
Dude,
dad-
so it's so crazy. You could take the
So
seatbelt.
the
and start
fucking but
choking them
anyways,
out.
the Russian dude is the guy who invented this, and he says, I cut forward because I just wanted to show you the fight, but he says in the interview, I don't train for this because I just feel like this shit is more chaotic and real world than actual jujitsu, and I just want to flow. I just want to get in there and flow. He says some cold shit.
I mean, I guess I understand that because, like, I'm not saying this is a real life situation because it's fucking not. But it's, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but,
you'd already be crashing.
But it's more than it's more of a real life situation than if you're in an octagon.
Correct.
This is
Like-
the fucking
Like
This
cars.
is the last way I want to go, though. Getting fucking somebody just with my own seatbelt.
Nah, dog. The last way I want to. Oh yes, that's a footlock for sure.
It is,
So
yeah.
I was a black belt in Taekwondo by the time I was 9, and a black belt in Krav Maga by the time I was 13. So like martial arts was my life growing up.
I respect it.
Like always.
I
And then-
feel like
and then I
wish
just lost
I
lost
would
it.
have done a background check on you before you came here because you just like told me you were an assassin as a fucking teenager.
Dude, not
and you're sitting on a couch right next to me. I don't
Bro,
like
here's
it.
the thing: if I was gonna kill you, you would already be dead. But like I was, and when I say this, no diddy, I was the most flexible 9-year-old you've ever seen in your life. Like, bro, I could drop into a sideways splits 2 inches off the floor and just chill. Like,
That's a fucking insane no diddy.
Were you doing
yeah,
like,
yeah, no diddy,
my
like
God,
whatever you
dude.
want to call it. Yeah, Yeah, I just want to put that out
You're
there.
doing Jean-Claude Van Damme fucking splits with the fucking washer and dryer, just fucking.
Bro, I was like,
fucking love that.
I could do that. Like, you know how the Karate Kid logo is?
Yeah.
I could get damn near close to that.
That's impressive.
Like, it
dude.
was,
I couldn't
it
do
was,
that shit.
Could or still can.
dude, I might be the most unflexible 27-year-old you've ever seen in your entire life. No, I can't say no Diddy because I'm a legal adult on that. So shit. But yeah, no,
my
like,
God.
but yeah, that was my like entire life growing up. It was like that in sports. Like, I was a very active kid, but I also loved playing video games. But on just quick digression back to that, I've gotten out of my aggro phase because I've started taking video games not as seriously and just really become a casual player.
It's got to be fun
It has to be
you're
fun,
an
yeah.
adult.
Gotta be fun.
Yeah, that has to be unwind. It can't be stressful. Like
It's-
I hate my lifetime. You
It's,
gotta. fucking
it's
have
why
fun.
I don't play Warzone anymore. Because I was COVID that period that period of time during COVID when Warzone dropped and you were always on and I was like a consistent player. It was fun because
Rebirth Island is great. They brought
Dogs
it back.
were the
Rebirth
fucking
I know,
glory
so
days
but-
of
Surgeons,
motherfucking.
man.
But
It is the glory days.
bro, I didn't even buy this last Call of Duty. I didn't even download Warzone. No, or the last one. It's too much for me. Like
Okay, good.
I can play the multiplayer. Like I have no problem with that. Modern Warfare 2, like since you can play it on your Xbox One now, I've been playing the original Modern Warfare 2 mostly. That was my fucking game. Like I would sit up all night. I think I had something close to like 100 nukes. I have crazy days playtime. Like that's my shit.
Yeah.
But I play video games angry because of my brother. Because when Halo 3 and MW2 were out, he was 17 and I was 13. So when I went to visit him and he had the Xbox and I didn't, I learned a lot of new words. Like I learned a lot of new things. I got some anatomy lessons, some family tree shit, something about my ancestors. I don't know. I learned a lot of shit in there. Some very vulgar stuff, like we were talking about. But like, I play FIFA. That's my casual game now.
Okay.
Oh,
But-
soccer.
I'm a big footy guy, big English
Okay,
English football
okay.
guy.
What's the number one?
Well,
Okay,
the team
I've lessened my hate of soccer / football. What's your number
Dude,
one team?
So for me, I'm a like an English team called Newcastle United.
Okay.
They, for the last 10 years, were a pretty basic, shitty team. But in the last 3 years, the Saudi Arabians just bought them. So they have oil money.
Yeah, they're just throwing money at it.
Dude,
Yeah.
the budget on theirs compared to everybody else, like the top clubs in the world have like 40 to 80 billion as like their ownership.
It's like the Live, right? They created they're trying to take away
Yep,
from the PGA
yep.
because they're just rich
Okay.
freaking Saudis.
And,
Right,
and the
hold on.
and the Saudi football leagues. That's why Cristiano Ronaldo went to
Yeah, they
Saudi.
paid like $1 billion.
I don't-
right?
okay.
Dude, he's making like 200 million a year.
Yeah, it's
I
insane,
don't
dude.
respect it, but I want both of your opinions on this. What do
Okay.
you think about that? About people who are taking the big
Uh,
Saudi big dick oil check?
This is what I would say. If I'm Cristiano, if I could be any athlete, truthfully, it would be Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, I don't know why, but like, dude, one, he's handsome. I can't fucking say anything about it. Two,
Respect, it's
he's
true.
ripped.
His
He's a
crispy
billionaire.
haircut.
One of the only dudes, one of 3 people with a lifetime deal with Nike. He has everything to go to Saudi and to, be treated like a fucking king. But also, that's generational money. He already has it. But to add to that, to make sure that many generations of your family are always good, that's why I would do it. Like my kids, their kids, their kids, their kids. Like if I got paid $350 million for 3 years, and I was making like 115 a year, 100%.
I'm taking them
Generationally,
Yeah.
and also he doesn't have to accomplish anything else. He's arguably the greatest of all time, so he has nothing else left to prove. So why not just go have some fun in a shitty league? Do you know what I mean? Like it makes sense.
I'm taking the
from
money
a-
too because your whole life, dude. Your whole life is spent playing that game. You literally sacrifice so much probably in your earlier days to like be that good at a game. Fuck now you reap the benefits, dude. So I'm all about it
Yeah.
too in that sense as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he's
okay.
not one, he's
I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it.
And like, here's the thing: I hated soccer my entire life. I played 1 season when I was 7, but
Doesn't
I had
count.
pretty much because I had heavy asthma.
I feel like the majority of kids in America played
I
soccer
did, yeah, when I was
in
younger
their
too.
youth,
Yeah.
at least for 1 year.
Dude, I had there were 2. It was like I was 7, so it was like a co-ed thing. We had 2 sisters on our team. God damn, they were better than everybody. So I just kind of sat and watched them run around the field. But I had heavy asthma as a kid, so I didn't like the whole running back and forth.
It's a lot of running.
It's a lot. That's why baseball was my thing, because I was either sitting, doing nothing for a good period of time, or briefly running the bases. Like it was, I could manage it. But after the last game, I went and took my jersey off and I handed it to my dad and I said, I am never playing this sport ever again. And I didn't. I bagged on footy for my entire life, and then I fell in love with FIFA.
When was that though? Stopping playing baseball?
Probably it was 14, my freshman year. I tried out.
Okay.
Actually,
respect,
probably 15 because it was the spring semester. My birthday's in March, so it was like either right before or right around there.
March Bros.
Oh, my man. Boop. Pisces gang. But yeah, when I didn't make that
Scorpio,
team.
So,
Oh, I can't. We'll bleep it out. Whatever. I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna say, what are we doing? I've said worse things already on this fucking show. But yeah, man, didn't make that baseball team. Went into super hard depression. Ran track. Decided to run hurdles. Because I have fucking.
You got length? Yeah, you got the length.
I got gazelle legs.
I can see it, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was.
Were you grace, dude? Were you graceful or sloppy? Okay.
The first couple races, sloppy. I was like a baby deer out the fucking womb, hitting hurdles all the fucking time. The short one, the 110, they were like, this is the one you're going to be really good at. No. It was the one it was like my worst event. The long distance one, the 300, that was the one because I have long strides. So if I'm tired, I just make longer strides and I just catch people.
you should get on the motherfucking protein, son, and like hit them stacks. You got like the Giannis build, dude.
Oh.
You're not as tall as him, obviously.
I don't want to be that tall. I like the height I'm at. Like, I don't want to be any
same,
taller.
dude. We're like right at the same.
Yeah, I can't.
Fucking
I can't
6'1"
fist bump you for that
gang.
one.
You know what I'm saying?
6'1", that's
Fuck
cute.
Pisces, let's go 6'1" gang.
I'm already Pisces, but if you're 6'1", you're shorter than me. So Pisces gang is up.
I don't think so. No. Do we just stand up right now and do like a quick like little measurement test?
He's taller than you.
Really?
I got an inch on you.
He's like 6'2", 6'3".
I'm 6'3" in shoes for sure.
You're gonna have to take those fucking. I'll take.
So
my
are you.
shoes off.
If we're
I'll
doing
take my
this,
shoes off.
If we're doing this,
Okay.
let's fucking do it.
Yeah, okay.
a lot of standing up on this fucking
I know.
podcast. This is active. I love
To
this.
get
This is
exercise,
active, buddy.
God damn it.
These are the wild trips and adventures we go on. So right now they're gonna be taking their shoes off. We have a solid test. Are we doing the back to back too?
Yeah, you're gonna have to stand up to make sure you can see.
Yeah.
We both gotta
So
be
let
on
me
the
get. I'm gonna
fucking
man the
carpet,
camera so we can
gotta-
make sure we can
gotta
see
hit
this shit.
this side. Derek's gotta take
The
care of
the fresh
measuring.
fucking kicks. Let's go.
I think we should. Well, if we're both on the, you want both to be on the rug? I think we should be like on. We have to be on camera. I guess you're right.
You're on camera. You're good. You're on camera right here.
No. I feel like.
Hold on, let me take my hat off.
You're back to back. So let me just.
Oh, dude, I can feel that I'm taller than
God damn it,
He was.
No.
Dude, I can feel your head fit into the crevice of my neck. I was like,
No.
dude, when I stand back to back with my dad, my ass fits in
Okay,
right
I
above
admit
his.
it. You don't even have to do a replay, Derek. God damn it.
No. Yeah, I was pretty confident with that one.
It was. It's
Yeah.
on camera.
Yeah.
Shit, that's
4K.
awful,
Yeah,
dude.
I
love that.
I was pretty confident in that one. But
Hey.
I tell people I'm 6'3" because they only ever see me when I'm in shoes. So I'm 6'3" when they see me.
I respect it. Caught in 4K.
And you like almost always consistently have the freshest fucking kicks.
Oh,
so I
Yeah, I
have to
appreciate
know.
it, buddy.
Yeah, shout out
Show the
clothing
show
company.
the fucking sneaks too, Derek.
The lobsters.
Shout
are
out
Mine are
clothing,
not
a clothing
fancy.
company called Bird Brain from Cincinnati. Hooked me up big
Yeah,
time
I've heard
on
of
these
Bird
fucking
Brain.
shoes.
Hell yeah,
I'm wearing a shirt of theirs right now too, which matches this shit. But yeah, shout out Bird Brain.
One day I'd love to be balling enough to get some Krugers, dude.
Oh, Freddy Krueger's.
Yeah,
I was
Freddy
like,
Krueger's.
does Kroger make a fucking sneaker? Holy shit!
Let me
No,
get
the
them
Freddy
grocery dunks.
Yeah.
You know
Let
what
me
I'm
get that
saying?
Kirkland,
Like,
that
bro.
Kirkland special,
Bro,
dude.
ready for this? The biggest step in my adult life for the first time in my life. I'm a Costco member. It's fucking
Let's fucking go. Buying
Welcome,
bulk
welcome, buddy.
bulk
Welcome to
items at a
adulting.
reasonable
Right?
price.
bro.
Getting discounted gas.
Oh,
Let's
dude.
fucking go.
I told my girl, I was like, let's just get the executive like one. It's like double or whatever. Plus, we get like cash back on shit. And every time I walk in, I flash the card and I'm like, executive member coming through. And she goes, there are other executive members. I go, right, but I'm still an executive member. That's not the point. It's like, I want everybody to know that they should step out of my fucking way when I walk in here. Like,
I'm not
You
just
should
a
have the
member.
special
I'm an
FBI
executive.
wallet so you could like flash
Oh, and
that
flip
when you
it?
go into Costco.
Oh,
Yeah, let's fucking go.
that would be
dude.
crazy. My girlfriend just got a trucker hat that says, it's like in the Costco font. It says it's a bad day to be a hot dog. It's fucking, and it's blue and red, and it's, bro, it's fucking awesome. I'm going to wear it 4th of July weekend.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I should have worn the hat I was going to wear tonight because it says "not gonna hold my horses," and I thought it was funny, but also
The whitest thing I've ever heard.
It is, but
Yeah.
also, I mean,
He was so offended because I didn't say
Guilty.
anything the first time he wore it too. He's like, "You're not gonna talk about my hat that I'm wearing."
I thought it was funny. I spent like $30 on that motherfucking hat.
You spent
dude.
$30 too much. That's fucking.
Apparently so.
That's like almost as white as like having a hat that says "Dang Nabbit."
That's fine. That's fair.
He's just eating it right now. That's great.
Ugh.
Oh man! But you have that one that I like that says "fuck off respectfully." That's a good one.
That's
That
a good
is
hat.
yeah.
That's a good hat.
So
The hat you're wearing right now, though, like I do kind of fuck with. It's like a.
Yeah, it's his caps. It's his caps for because he's a
What,
union
will you do like
electrician,
a turn? Because I know there's like a. Yeah, it's like
sick, right?
it's
Yeah.
like half a bucket hat.
No. This is a welder's cap. This is like a construction thing. 'Cause
Facts.
I wear this underneath my hard hat. A lot of guys.
Does it keep you cool? Is that why you wear it, or is it just like
No,
protection?
raw dogging a hard hat is fucking gross, and like having this kind of insulates you from that, and it just looks cool.
It looks
like-
good on him. He always rocks that style.
I do. I
fits
do
him
like the little like partial bucket hat at the back. It's like a do-rag inspired bucket hat, which I think is really. I'm being serious. I like it. Like I think it's cool.
So
Yeah.
you can get one of these. There's people that make custom joints that are like crazy because I work in the union. I'm in the electricians union.
Shocker.
They make crazy custom ones. I don't get shit like that. I actually make my own custom tool pouches, which I have
yeah, check those
Oh,
out.
fire.
videos
Yeah,
of
sick.
on our page.
Leather ones ago.
Fire.
But yeah, if you fucking wear one of these, guaranteed, there's gonna be a fucking chunky dude with a beard, probably shorter than me. I'm taller than most of the chunky motherfuckers with beards.
I don't know, man. Those
Who's gonna be like-
those construction workers are.
Are you
Jesus.
are you a welder, bro? Do you
Hilarious.
weld? Do you weld? They ask me that, and I'm like, I'm an electrician. They get all butt hurt and shit, but like,
Oh, you're an electrician? I actually have electric questions about hanging shit in my house. I might ask you off
He
air.
he
'cause
actually
that's-
does that.
No, like
legitimately,
legit. Like I'm going home to my girlfriend's like doing a lot of projects in the house. We finished 2 in the last day. She put this like Gucci wallpaper up in our bathroom downstairs, and it's like tigers in this different colors, and it took like a month and a
You want
half.
this?
Oh,
Kobe.
Jesus.
Oh
It was
shit.
a good throw.
It was a bad catch.
It was a
you,
bad
buddy.
catch. You're not getting fist bump. And then,
Aw.
but she's like a crazy artist. Like she makes rugs. She can paint. So
Like I've seen a bunch of these videos on YouTube where they stitch them.
Yep. Well, so she has the
Oh,
gun, and I built her. Being in production, I actually am like semi handy now. Like I can actually build shit and
Yeah.
like, go get shit from Home
I love
Depot
that.
and like
Okay, that's sick.
get my own shit. Like I have tools and shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of self sustainable. Like it works out. On another note, Josh Wolf is the least handy person I've ever met in my entire life. I'll say that one more time. I like how you both pointed and laughed at him. That's
This
hilarious.
is what we do. If you're
No.
getting shamed on camera, we're
No,
pointing
that's
and laughing
hilarious.
like
No,
100%.
dude, for real. I think in the time that I've been alive, my dad's built 2 things. Building IKEA furniture is all I did as a PA. Like for 7 years. Like when we loaded into shit, they were like, "Go pick it up in the truck and come back, and you're gonna build IKEA furniture for the offices all day." Like that's it. When you're done, you can go home. And it would take me 8 hours to fill 12 offices with like desks and couches and fucking cabinets, all this shit. It was ridiculous. But like
So
Josh Wolf can't build anything.
I respect that because before I became an electrician, I worked at Lowe's, and one of the things I would do when I worked there is I would assemble grills and shit, and I was always kind of handy
Yeah.
because my dad is super motherfucking handy, and he taught me all kinds of shit. It just kind of like upped my level of doing that. Like when you build things repetitively, but you learn how to do it more efficiently. You have everything laid out and stuff. Like it makes you kind of a technician. Like I feel like that's why I'm good at what I do.
100%. Like when I build shit like that, I'm like, all right, let's take everything out, separate it in piles, get everything ready, read the directions once, and then let's run it. Because most IKEA furniture has a lot of the same shit, and it's sometimes if you think about it, it's really just common sense on what to put together first. Like,
It's cookie
Do you
cutter
think they
usually.
have a fucking special department for the names of the furniture? Because they're all super weird. It's like this is a Vondel.
bro,
This
it-
is a.
my-
This
we
is
were.
a- this
You know
is
what's
a
crazy?
Guggenheim
We
or-
were just at IKEA today. Like
You were?
We were buying picture frames. Legit,
Did
literally.
you get Swedish meatballs while you were there? You know
No,
what I'm
we
saying?
didn't. We went and got some tacos deep off Decatur Avenue. They were fucking gas. Just a silly taco truck in the middle of nowhere in a random empty parking lot.
Yeah, those gotten really popular out here recently. I feel like is the food trucks.
Bro, being from LA, like it's hard to find tacos as good as you find them in Southern California. Like they're ridiculous.
It's considered the pinnacle, yeah.
Oh, bro, it's like, oh my god. But here in Vegas, like, there's a huge Latino population. Like, I found some really good tacos out here.
So there's they fucking down the street. I have not checked them out yet, so we might have to do that tonight. Maybe we'll get like a little recording of that for some content. But they have been setting up just on the street corner with the little Al Pastor tacos, and I'm like, I wonder if that shit is fired. Derek,
I'm gonna tell you right now. Sorry to interrupt you. You can put my count up for one. Yeah, cut off count. Yeah, throw me one for there. No, dude, for sure. Like some of the best tacos I've ever had, because when you see those people popped up on the corner, those are families. That's what they do on the weekends, and all of them are like abuela's recipes. They're the best tacos you're gonna have anywhere in LA. If you see tacos on the side of the street, you can stop and it's gonna be fire.
That's like, the best food because it's infused with love.
A little bit, and a little bit of hate for white people. I'm not gonna lie. And you know what?
That's fine.
That's
if
okay.
You give
I'm
me
with
some
it.
delicious food, you can also hate me, and bless you,
bro. There was my favorite taco truck was in Hollywood during COVID. He would park right outside my apartment every night. And his name was Eric.
Super convenient.
Bro, Eric and his wife made the best birria tacos I've ever had in my entire life. And his taco truck was called Gringo's Tacos. And I was like, Eric, you're the fucking man, dude. Like, it was so legit. And he DM'd me on Instagram. He was like, let me get your phone number. I'll tell you when I'm here. And then he just texted me one day. He was like, Jacob, I'm closing down. It was great knowing you. And then I never heard from him again. I was like, damn, Eric.
It's hard to keep those going, unfortunately.
But bro, he would sell out. He would sell out every night. That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't like he wasn't doing well. Like sometimes I'd go to him and be like, hey, all we have is chicken left. Like I'm out. And I'd be like, all right, like hook me up.
Cost a shit ton the margins.
There's nothing worse than having like a fucking fire restaurant that goes out of business. Like I had the best wing spot in Las Vegas.
He did. Wing King. He gave it a shout out. It's gone.
Fucking closed, dude. I was depressed.
That's a bummer.
Depressed.
You know what's even worse is when like you think you're gonna go there because you're stoked for it, and then you find out on the venture there that it's gone, and you're like,
oh, dude,
no,
it's such a such a bummer. But I did also. My girlfriend is half Indian, right, and a little bit of other Southeast Asian, and so. Oh, I thought we were clapping for that, her being Indian. I was like, yeah, absolutely.
I love Indians, dude. I'm a big
and you know what else I love about them? Their food. Their food is top tier.
Agreed.
It is, my girlfriend approved, found some ridiculously good Indian food here in Vegas. It's at a place called Marigold's Fine Cuisine. Like, look, when I go into a place like this or a Chinese place, like any ethnic food, I don't want the server serving me to be white. Like, I don't want also, like, you know what I mean? Like, I want this to be a place that when I go in here, I go, oh, this is, again,
authentic.
This is a family in here. I want to see other, like, and this is not to be weird, but I want to see other Indian people in here. And we drove by it one day, and there were 6 different families of 4 of Indian people waiting outside to get in. And I was like, we gotta fucking try that place. Like we gotta go in.
This is the official spot.
You know it's authentic,
like this is how you know.
And we went.
This is the good shit.
And we went 2 weeks later. Ridiculous. They let you choose a spice level. Like they have like goat curry, bro. It's ridiculously good.
Are you a crazy spicy guy? Do you get hot shit?
I always thought
ultra hot shit.
No, I always thought I could handle spicy shit. Like I like spicy shit, but I don't want it to be so spicy where I can't taste my meal and I'm not enjoying it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I'm sweating while I eat it but it still tastes good,
a little heat,
I'm in.
Just to let you know it's there.
100%. I did do like a hot, like, no, I didn't like eat the chip, like the death chip, but my buddy got like a vial of like the liquid Reaper pepper or whatever when we were like 19. But it was more than the Reaper. It was like a whole bunch of shit. And it was like a 2 million Scoville level. And he put it in some ramen, and the label said, all you need is 1 drop.
Yeah.
And he put in 8. Ooh. And he gave, and him and another buddy filmed them doing it. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like involuntarily crying, like snots dripping, like saliva. It's just like, it's a mess, but it is hilarious because it wasn't me. And he invited me over that night, and everybody who was there, they were like, yeah, we all took a bite, so you got to take one. And I was like, first of all, that's not how that works. Yeah. Like, That's called.
I'm not joining your spice cult.
Exactly.
Fucks.
That's called peer pressure, and I don't have to succumb to that if I don't want to. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the
And,
spice cult.
and then
respect that.
another buddy came over and he was like, "Fuck it, I'll do it." And I was like, "Well, fuck, I can't be the only guy not doing it now. I guess."
no,
Like,
Peer pressure.
well, also, we're guys. If you were like, no, you won't. You're like, oh, I won't. I won't. Like, let me show you. I trick my
mean-
buddies all the time by calling them when they're drunk, and they're like, "Oh, I'll prove it to you," and I make them do dumb shit. It's great. It's so much fun.
I'm not gonna fall for. I got to be honest with you. You can get in on this shit too. Like Derek and I are on the level with that, where like we know what one another are capable of,
Yep.
and if you just know that somebody's not into some shit, you're not even gonna try to poke them like that. You're like,
Nope.
no, I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like respect.
100%. That's how my dad and I are. Like,
It's the better take to go than the fucking.
Oh,
do that.
you and
gotta
your
do
dad
some
fuck
pussy.
with one another hard.
Well-
I'm sorry. Like,
let me tell you this. Like, it's hard to get Josh Wolf. He's the youngest of 4 brothers, and they grew up in the 70s. Like, the shit that happened to him as a kid. Like, he has something about it on stage where he even says he goes, "Oh yeah, you think you have it hard growing up? What's it like having an opinion in your household? I never had one of those growing up. Like, my dad said what we were doing, and that was fucking that. Like, and that's not the way we grew up. Anybody in my generation, really. Like, yeah, some kids did. A lot of like my friends who had military dads, that's kind of how it was, or police dads. But that's not at all what the fuck it was.
Yeah, generations are different for sure.
100%. I'm not gonna lie. I was going somewhere with that, and my brain completely forgot.
No. I understand what you're saying.
That happens a lot. That happens a lot, man. There was something that story was going to lead to. Oh, getting my dad. That's what the fuck we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's hard to get him. I have to just get him in the moment. Like, if I try to plan it, he'll sniff it out. And he's done it before. He sniffed it out multiple times. It just has to happen in the moment. Like, and that's the only way to get him, because he can't prepare for it. Do you know what I mean? Cause
Yeah, your Instagram reels are fun of those all the time. The hotel rooms.
Yeah, the hotel-
That's interesting to hear. I would say that like my dad and I are not the same, where we kind of like we instinctively understand one another.
Yeah.
Like we can look at one another, and that says a lot of things. We have a lot of not like nonverbal communication and shit.
I would say my dad and I do, but I think it's more I notice body language and facial things for him. And so sometimes when green rooms are too packed, or people we don't know are in here, or someone's being too loud or whatever, I see I can see his body language, and I'm like, all right, I need to politely assess this situation. I'm like, hey, we're going to get ready for the show. Like, let me show you guys to your seats. Or if he needs something on the road, he's like, oh, I'm going to go get something from the kitchen. I go, no, dude, sit your ass down. Like, you're the headliner. You're not doing shit. I was a roadie before I was a comic, so that's still what I am. I make sure we got everything, that we're good. I sell merch, and that was what I got paid to do before I got pushed on stage, which is exactly what happened for the first time. My dad was like, hey, it says you're my opener in my contract, and you're on stage right now. Goof. And he closed the stage door. And I was on stage in Austin, Texas.
That's intense.
And before
dude.
that, he was like, hey, just tell a story. We've done it on stage before. Tell it how we tell it. We'll work on it from there. And that was the last weekend in March of last year. And so just been getting better and better. But it in the same way, though, I didn't have time to overthink it and psych myself
What
out.
an intense fucking first experience to do it, though. Dude.
But the right way to do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For me, because I
There's
couldn't,
no backing out or anything.
and I couldn't psych myself out. I was like, take a breath and just do it. Like, do as much time as you need to. You don't even have to do 5 minutes if you don't want, but like, you're here and there's no way out of this now.
Yeah.
So let's get it done.
That's cool, though.
So did you want to do that before that
Like,
happened?
was there hints of you wanting to do
Yeah.
it, and that was just his way to say, just fucking do it?
Yeah.
Originally, look, I've been most of my life Josh Wolf's son. Like, people know my name, but even on shows that I worked on, like front of house guys who have known me since I was 13, he would tell me, he'd be like, hey, I know your name, but just for the run of show, like, I'm going to call you Josh Wolf's son as a joke. He worked on Chelsea, so, he was just a ball buster. And I was like, cool, like, that's fine. But it's a prime example of, like, even as a joke, everybody knows, like, I got this interview because my dad knows the EP, but I got the job because I worked the interview.
I don't
Do you know
like
what I mean?
that shit, dude. I just don't, because
Yeah.
I don't believe in it. I believe, especially being a union man, I believe that everybody gets a chance to prove themselves.
Yeah.
And if they prove themselves, it doesn't matter how they fucking got there.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Absolutely. When I worked as a
Period.
PA, we would have as a key PA, we would have a lot of must hires. I worked. Remember that Johnny Knoxville show Prank Panel? It
Yep.
was like him.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, but
so
I remember that. Yep.
that was the last show I ever worked on. But I was the key PA for that production. I'm not going to say how I enjoyed that show because I did. It was one of. I was also like I was burnt out being a PA for 7 years. I was like, ugh, and I checked out because I was like, this is gonna be my last show. I'm going on tour with Dad the start of 2023 because we're going to Australia.
No, I have to ask real quick. Was there any like actors or anyone that you paid for that was like an asshole? And we could bleep it out if you want, but I am kind of
asshole?
curious.
All of them.
No, I mean shit. You'll definitely have to bleep this one out because he's a comic. Was kind of a dickhead.
Ooh,
He showed up an hour late, 20 minutes before we were supposed to film, and was just like cold and mean. Who else? I've gotten pretty lucky, also because I have a foot in the door. Like if they know who my dad is,
then
they're like, oh, you're Wolf's kid. Chris D'Elia.
Yeah.
For the first time I met him, Whitney Cummings introduced me, and it was
See, I can see him being an asshole though.
that persona on
He is a
stage.
fucking savage,
That-
dude.
and a pedophile.
Oh, you're going there, dude. Because I was gonna say the oop shit was hella funny. Like
But
don't think.
but here's the
fuck.
crazy.
I don't think he's a nice guy, but
Here's the crazy part about that is like it proves that cancel culture isn't real. Bro got hit with that, went silent for 4 months, and now he's selling more tickets than he ever
I know
has.
he's on the podcast,
selling out arenas.
it was
He
just
has
weird because
like,
he put out that non-apology apology. It was just. He was like, I thought I could do this and it would be okay because I was in a position where I was able to do this and I thought that was like okay, dude, I could do that.
Here's the crazy part too. It's not like the dude is starving for. Like when I worked Lights Out with David Spade. I worked that TV show.
That's awesome.
One of my favorite jobs I've ever worked. And also on another note,
Shout out
David Spade.
dude.
David Spade
Fucking
is
love
top
David
3
Spade.
my favorite people in this
He
business.
seems cool as fuck.
The nicest dude,
David Spade.
the
Hell yeah.
nicest
David
person. One of my favorite things ever. Like I was just a regular PA on that show, and I met him my first day, and he knew I was my dad's kid because I knew the execs. They were from Chelsea, and it was just like whatever. It was known, and I shook his hand, and we had a little shoot the shit, and super nice dude. And as it went on, and we became like more of like a little bit of a relationship. I was his lunch boy every day. So there were 5 restaurants he liked. He got the same order every day. And it was, okay, where are we going today? And I would say, great. What time do you want it? And so there was a little rapport, like personal rapport as well. When that show was towards the end, right before COVID, he would text me and the writer's PA on Monday nights after work and say, hey, I'm at 41 Love on La Cienega watching Monday night. Come through and have a drink. And I went and had it was me, one of the writers named Bobby Miyamoto, and me and the writer's PA Max Merkin, and we just sat, watched a football game, shot the shit, had a drink. He bought us dinner, and then we went home.
That's fucking cool.
I helped him move in.
That's awesome.
I helped him move into his new house. Like it's a crazy thing to say. I have a semi personal relationship with David Spade.
He seems great, man.
Bro's
Joe
a-
Dirt, come on, man. There's
is
I missed the
Tommy
list.
boy, get the fuck out of here.
That's
Like,
the kind
the
of
list goes on and
experience
on
that I
and on.
love to hear about.
That me too. I like that because
Fuck,
it's
dude.
sad that more people aren't like that.
Dude.
But that's fucking cool.
Joe
to hear 'cause he seems
Dirt.
cool.
dude, David Spade, top individual, good person,
I love
and an
that.
absolute fucking legend. Like one of the only dudes you can watch on stage where he does he throws his punchlines away. Like he'll look down to the ground and kind of just like mumble it, but it's enough for you to kind of hear it. Like he says it under his breath, and it's a hard skill to have. Like there's maybe him and one other comic who can do that, and nobody can do it like he can. And so he's ridiculous, but good guy, love him.
Yeah. And we'll bleep the other one that's not so good.
Yeah, facts.
Fuck you.
I'm trying to think who else.
Name redacted, you fuck.
Yeah. We don't even care enough about you to put your name in this shit.
Yeah.
That's how little you mean. But yeah, it's I've had mostly good experiences with people, whether they knew who my pops was or didn't.
So we need to round it back though. The reason is you're PAing, and then what got you to comedy? So you're peeing, and then what was kind of like, oh, maybe I want to dive into this?
I was burnt the fuck out. I thought my entire life I wouldn't follow in my dad's footsteps because the only way to get out of his shadow is to do a different career. And it turns out to actually follow in the footsteps is the way to get me out of my dad's shadow. And I didn't realize that until like I started to see the pace we were picking up on like online. And I was like, dude, I'm stuck here right now. And I'm losing my drive for anything. I need to figure out how to get here. And I think that's what this is. And so for the first couple months, I just did the Q&A. I don't know if you guys have seen the Q&A before, but usually he does an hour. I go on stage and we just open the floor to the crowd for questions. They can ask.
Cool. I feel like that's a lot of fun.
They can, because it's just improv. It's just like we just get to riff. Like Thursday night in Oklahoma City, we didn't have our bags till Saturday. So like I was in the same shit I was wearing from Thursday morning to Friday afternoon until we bought more clothes, and they didn't show up. I was just mad.
Yeah, of course.
And so Thursday night during the Q&A, everyone tries to be funny because it's like it is what it is, and it happens a lot. Usually everybody strikes out, and my dad and I, riff with them, and I was just throwing shots. Like ones where my dad was like, "You sound angry." I go, "No, everybody had a good sense of humor. It wouldn't have sounded good if nobody could take a joke." But I was just, it was, but sometimes it's a little feisty, but most of the time it's a whole bunch of fun. Like we just get to tell stories. I find new material. That's how I,
that's great.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's
awesome.
And it is
engaging.
It's got to be good when people tee you up and you just fucking knock one out of the park.
Yes.
You're like, boom, I was ready. Like that's why I love this podcasting shit. Yep. Like you're sitting here talking and somebody just kind of like, Derek and I do it all the time. They give you a little alley-oop and you just knock it out of the fucking park and you're like, God damn, that was funny. Like, I am funny.
It's the one thing I wish I saw more of in this industry is comics helping other comics. I feel like for some reason, especially, I feel like especially as it goes higher up, you look at the dudes up top, like it becomes very cliquey. And
we've said that, and we're not even that high up. It's very much like that. Dude.
And I'm not going to say what about my dad and who doesn't like him. Like, there's only one person I know of, and I'm not going to say his name. Well, I mean, I think I told you guys.
You did. I secretly know the name. And
no one will know.
And no one will know.
Never know.
But it is a shock.
I would have never guessed. It was a shock to me because we had met him before at a wedding, and we sat and chatted with him all night. I mean, granted, he just did talk about himself now that I think about it. Anywho, but like, I don't get it. I don't know why beef doesn't make any sense to me. Like, we should be supporting each other and like.
Well, the annoying thing is, I mean, they do for their clicks, but they always preach like we can. There's enough for all of us to eat. We support each other. And like we've even tried to reach out too, and it's like no, that's just a facade.
like smart people that are in a small percentage. They're like, ooh, these motherfuckers are doing something, and I want to be a part of that because that has potential for the future. And I respect that. And those are the people that I'm looking for because, like, at a certain point, when this shit blows up, we're all going to benefit off of it. Why can't we all win together?
Yeah, exactly. Let's build together.
Dude, let's fucking win together.
It's always been if I'm eating, the family's eating.
Yeah.
Like,
motherfucking day.
And family is like some people in my blood. I don't talk to one half of my family, so it's like they're just there. But like family, I also have like I got a saying from one of my best friends. I'm going to his wedding in London in September, which is the most adult shit I've ever said in my entire life.
Let's go.
Welcome to adulting.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
You better have a
weddings and Costco memberships is adulthood. That's it. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yes.
But like he told me once, he was like, brother, family is not who you're born with, it's who you die for. And I'm like, facts. Like my closest family right now is just my brothers, not blood brothers, but like my day one people who have been with me through everything.
The chosen ones.
And I've lost people who I thought were my buddies too. Like
they weed themselves out. Sadly,
they absolutely did weed themselves out. They did something dumb, and I was like, one of them was like, "Is this worth losing friends over?" And I was like, "Absolutely." Yeah. And I haven't heard from them since. And it's just like sometimes it's just
part of life.
People are here for your chapters. Some people aren't here for the entire book. That's what my dad told me during COVID when I got dumped. That was the biggest thing.
Yeah. Some relationships teach you lessons that you needed to learn, and hopefully they weren't too painful. Like shit.
That
It's
one was,
life.
But
that was the hardest hit life is
Yeah.
COVID hit. I lost a girlfriend. I lost my apartment that we were living together in, and I lost my dream job. And then I was sleeping on my dad's floor in the garage, all in a matter of like a month. I was like, God damn. But then I got paid a little bit because of the unemployment, and that worked out. That brought me up a little bit. Like,
Like mental unemployment.
Yeah, shout
dude,
out to the
I'm
government.
in there, dude.
Shout out the government doing good, something good for once in their life. Instead of fucking us, they actually helped us, which is fucking awesome. You should do it a little more often. I'm not gonna lie. I think stimulus checks yearly would be fucking dope. Like, not the tax returns, extra shit. Like,
it's never gonna happen. Though.
we were supposed to get a second one. That bitch never happened either.
We're doing all kinds of business shit, and I'm like, this better give me like a sizable write-off. Like, let's go government, give a little bit of that shit back,
Bro.
like,
Anytime I buy a new pair of shoes, I'm like, stage clothing, like stage outfits. Like it's like wardrobe. And I'm writing everything I fucking can off. Like,
You might as well. But that applauds another life lessons on the Naturals.
yeah,
pod.
man. But I gotta say, I love what you're doing. You're touring with your dad, but you're also just hitting mics locally. You're working on your shit. You're doing the storytelling thing, which is like my style of comedy. I'm gonna do a little bit more of that, and we'll get some of that on film.
I can't wait. Tell me whenever it is. I will be there.
Yeah,
if I'm in
yeah.
town.
But I love it, man. I can't wait to see what we're gonna do with this. Like,
Yeah, man.
we are on the same page. We're gonna grow together. We're gonna do some crazy things. Mark
real
the time
quickly,
and
too-
the date. Yeah, and also
Plug.
plug some shit.
Yeah, man.
Tell people about you. We'll put some links up. Let's go.
Fuck yeah. Like they said earlier, my dad and I do a podcast called Hey Man. It's a hey. Obviously, you spell hey the regular way, and then man, but with 3 A's.
It's great.
And
Check it out. For sure.
Fantastic.
It's a great podcast.
Highly recommend.
Anywhere
it.
you can get podcasts, we talk about. I mean, we talk about everything. We talk about generational shit. How we did this podcast, which had zero train of thought the entire way through. It just kind of
Take adventures,
We're in a flow
buddy.
state,
Yeah, we're in a
bro.
flow
We
state.
do. We just ride.
100%. And I love that because that's how my brain works.
You're
And it's-
a natural
we're in the
now,
fucking
buddy.
zone.
I fuck yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
But
certified,
we do a
certified.
Hey Man podcast. It comes out every Tuesday now. We just changed the date. Hey Man podcast on Instagram. My name is Jake Wolf, so it's Jake_Wolf on Instagram, and it's Jake Wolf on TikTok. But again, shout out to you guys. Again, this was my very first podcast, Dolo, without Pops. And like you said, man, grow together. Like, it's why part of why I'm going to Mike's is not only do I want to get better, and it's good for my character and morale. Like when I bombed at 7:02 and then Noreen's the next day I was like, damn, am I even good at this? Or are people just laughing because I'm Josh Wolf's son? And then I went in with some of the most energy I ever did Monday night to prove myself wrong, and I fucking killed. And I was like,
Oh, yeah, I
I was like more than half these people don't know who I am, and that's a room of people who are laughing.
Bombing's
Like,
always going to be a part of it.
Yeah.
You learn to grow.
And like I
Exactly.
said, respect. You got to have the discipline, because when we did go to Kimmel's and we saw you and your dad and you opened up, you did very well.
I appreciate it.
You had great
enjoyed
bits, good
that,
premises.
and-
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
good.
I made some tweaks this weekend that were
but we
awesome.
understand that, like I said, that's part of the game. Sometimes you have a bad set, and that's okay.
And it's
That's part of being a comedian. You just keep going.
it's what I need, because like my dad talks about how he came up and what he started doing, like, and he's told me, he was like, dude, for the first 2.5 years I ate dick. Like the jokes that I wrote for the first 2.5 years that I thought were funny, I look back on now and I'm like, oof, like it's got no premise, it's terrible. He's like, you're telling stories a year in that takes people sometimes multiple years, 3 years to do. Like you're getting, he's like, you're getting better faster and you're adapting. You're kind of just, but you're at the same time, you're slightly fucking with your set every night. You change a couple words or a couple actions. Like you're still trying. And look, if I keep performing at Josh Wolf shows for the rest of my life, I'm going to be stuck here. Plus, my dad's not touring forever. Bro's mid-50s. Like, life, eventually you got to slow down. And so the open mics keep me on a rise because they keep, like, my ego down, you know what I mean? Like, and they give me the character building shit that I need, that all comics, all legends got their start. You know what I'm saying? I have my foot on third base, but I didn't want to have to, I didn't want to be tagged out at home. Like I want to make sure that I'm continuously moving and doing it the right way, and meeting the people who are in this community to grow together and to know,
Yeah,
like,
man.
never forget where you came
we're
from
gonna
type
crush
shit.
it.
Yeah.
This has been This has been very fun.
This has been
Yeah,
fun.
it's been a
Hopefully,
good
we'll
time.
have you on again, dude, because it's fucking awesome.
Anytime, man. Tuesday nights are good for me. So like,
and
anytime
also,
I'll come
Let's
through.
go, yeah.
I'm gonna lock it in right now. We're gonna do some paywall shit.
With Johnny Brim for
Jake-
Islamic
yes,
Saturday.
yes,
It's gonna
yes.
be
Saturday.
fucking great.
Yes.
So
We're gonna
keep
do
an eye
a
out for
blunt
that.
roll off
You're gonna lose that.
behind the paywall. We will see.
Dude, I'm gonna roll the biggest blunt of my life just for this
I
challenge.
love this.
I
I
can't
love
wait.
this a lot. It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna
I
get a
feel
brand new
like-
grinder so it's fresh. I'm gonna get some oh dude, yeah,
It's gonna be a great podcast
can't-
moment.
I
The
can't wait.
fucking internet and social media is getting pulled because it's not just about how big it is. It's about like the consistency and the presentation and the smoke itself, and it'll all be fucking documented.
Yeah, dude,
So as long as you know
that one we
that's
smoked-
what's going on, and you're prepared for that, then okay.
I've rolled 2 foot long joints on camera. Let's go. When I was 17, put a quarter into that.
Is that on YouTube?
Nah, no, I had
Okay,
dude.
so I don't get to see the evidence of that. So we're gonna find out who's fucking better.
we will. Look forward to it, guys.
I might just buy a foot long paper
He's
just to
gonna- no,
just to do
no.
it. Just to do it.
You
Why
said
not?
you're gonna roll a wood. I'm gonna roll a motherfucking swishy.
Ew,
but-
grow up.
yeah.
It sounds like you still drink vodka.
All right, I do.
Yeah, come on.
I'm Uncle Kyle. That's Sweet Derek.
I'm nephew Jake.
This is motherfucking. If you want to be my nephew, that's fine. But that's it. That's comedian Jake Wolf.
Are you the rough uncle? If I'm your nephew.
See you on the next one. We're fucking
Later, Natties.
out.
Like,
Later,
comment,
y'all.
subscribe.
Thank
Thanks
you,
again
guys.
so much, Jake. Wolf.
Appreciate it.
Let's
Thank
go.
you. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Naturals Pod. Please remember to follow us on your Twitter and Instagram accounts at the Naturals Pod. Do you have what it takes to join the Natty Nation? Like and subscribe to find out.